Hey, what's up guys? Nils here and welcome back to another video. So a question that I've been asked pretty often is which artifacts should I use on which days and which artifacts should I prioritize upgrading? There's actually something that people ask me a lot. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about all of the artifacts and what their actually use is, and then I guess we can determine what we should use and when. So obviously first one, the new artifact that we got, Artifact of Passage, which is pretty much your bread and butter for most of the weekdays, right? Like you want to be using these and you're going to be running as many dungeons as possible throughout the day. Now obviously this has a lot more value when you actually have a drops event on top of the normal dungeon drops, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, as you can see, mine is unfortunately only level 1. I have absolutely 0 blue fragments, so there's not much that I can do. But yeah, I think Artifact of Passage is probably the one that you're going to be using most of your days playing the game, especially during the weekdays where there's no event. You want to be using Artifact of Passage 100%, so this should be on your priority list of upgrading, as it will give you a lot of value. Next up, Artifact of Fortune. Now this gives luck. My personal opinion is that this artifact needs to get buffed because it will not see any use at all. And yep, a little bit of luck is honestly not as good as the rest of the artifacts, even for when the new updates drop and you want to open to get new divines and new units, etc. I don't think luck is your go-to artifact anyway, even for this scenario. So I wouldn't advise you to upgrade this artifact at all. Don't bother with it, just let it aside. And the exact same concept is for Artifact of Riches. I think unless this artifact gets actually buffed, it is not gonna see play. Even on weekends where it's damage in yen and you wanna farm yen, you're better off by using a damage artifact instead of a yen artifact. It will result in more yen as well. So yeah, unless this gets really buffed into higher values, it's not gonna see any play and you shouldn't really bother upgrading it. Next up, we have Artifact of Time. Now, Artifact of Time is not the best, but it's pretty decent regardless. I think it should be in top 3 artifacts for sure. And you're gonna be using Artifact of Time on pretty much weeks where updates drop and you wanna hatch units. Or maybe you can even make the case that if you wanna rush your limit break machines, you can use Artifact of Time for sure. And that's pretty much its main use. Besides that, I don't see any other reason why you want to be using Artifact of Time. But as I said, it's definitely top 3 artifact, so it is worth leveling it up, just note initially. Next up, we have Artifact of Hoarding. This is the drops artifact. Now, this artifact can be good, but essentially when the dungeon cooldown artifact, Artifact of Passage, was introduced, this artifact got slightly devalued, so it won't have the exact same value like it used to have. It's not as good as Artifact of Time, but maybe in cases where a new defense drops and you have a drops event, you might want to pick it up and run a couple of defenses. In that situation, it can be good, but again, it's on the lower tier of artifacts. It's not as bad as these two, but I would say that this is a step lower than the other 3. And lastly, we have Artifact of Attack. Obviously, this is insane of an artifact. It just boosts your attack damage by so much, especially if you have it max level. 2 times on attack damage is a lot of damage. It's definitely good to have. So this is the last artifact that's definitely in the top 3. And honestly, guys, if I could suggest you what to upgrade first, you want to be upgrading Passage and Attack first. You can decide which one you want to go for. Honestly, it depends what your goals and your needs at the time are in the game. But yeah, Artifact of Passage and Artifact of Attack, that will be your top priority. Then you can do Artifact of Time, then you can do Artifact of Hoarding, and then if you have spare stuff, just go ahead and do these 2. These don't really matter, you're just not going to use them the way they are right now. So yep, Artifact of Attack, definitely you want to be using it on weeks where you have damage in yen and you just want to slam that Greater Time Trial. So that will be your main use of Artifact of Attack. It will see definitely a lot of play, but most of the times you're going to be running with Artifact of Passage, so I would say go for this first. artifact of passage first, artifact of attack, time, and hoarding. So that's pretty much it. I think now if you had any questions regarding this topic, you know what to upgrade and when to use what. And I don't know, I guess we can see if the new update is gonna have also a new artifact. I don't exactly know if we're gonna have anything else. I don't know what we could get. Like even if we get like a critical chance artifact, something like that. I don't know how that would affect damage, your damage output. I think 2 times damage artifact is still gonna be better. Well, unless you have like, I don't know, maybe like plus 50% crit or something. That's obviously ridiculous, right? It's not gonna happen. But in a scenario like this, maybe crit artifact would be good, I guess. I don't freaking know. I don't think it will ever happen anyway, and I don't think like it would be ever competitive. I think damage is just better anyway, considering you have that 35% critical strike chance as a baseline. But yeah, anyway guys, that's pretty much it for this video. As always, if you have enjoyed, make sure to click the like and subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys all on the next one. Take care.